Okay, long ago we had cell phones. When I was a child, I was a girl, and we had tablet cell phones. And then gradually we digressed, flux after flux, dip after dip after dip after dip after dip. We digressed to just these, see? And it was as if this was the dawning of technology. You see, we flexed time so much. Even the 4000 BC, we fluxed it all, okay? And it was as if this is when the dawning of technology happened. But really, fluxes ago, we already had these. Okay? We had them. Okay? Alright, so here we have a... Okay, this is a different kind of phone. It's a flip phone. See, I drew an M there like Madonna. Okay, may we consider the immaculate call. This is an iMac phone, okay? We used to have these. We still do somewhere, somehow. We have them. Okay. See, this phone has a laser. You flip it over onto its back and it has a laser scanner on the back. You just press a button on the side and there's a laser beam. And you scan things like barcodes and things, okay? Okay. So this is a mouse phone. It has a laser beam scan reader on the back side of it. We would use our phones as computer mouses. See, not only would we scan things, but we would use it as a computer mouse. We'd sit at our computer and we would use our phone that we keep in our pocket and then connect it to the computer and use it as the mouse. We'd click, 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 click on the screen, click, click. Okay, all right. Okay, so I would like you to consider my immaculate business with you. Okay, could be that iPhone, Macintosh, pretty much is, okay? I'm missing my stocks and bonds money, huh? Okay. We have some Cookie Monster mysteries out here, huh? Okay. Okay. So I would like you to consider that there is a pussycat who wants to play with this. Okay? It's a pussycat. She wants to play with it. Okay. So just spend time breathing and meditating. What are those variables with all the fluxes in time? Man, we really have to put together some puzzles, okay? Okay, so I'm going to continue to read these letters to you. I kind of haven't read this one to you yet, but I went ahead and briefly read a page to you. Okay, and I'm gonna this is a letter I've already written and I'm gonna read it to you. And there are these fluxes in time. I mean, the Mormon Church had a business merger with another church, and this entire merging was hidden. I would like you to consider your own immaculate business, okay? Consider it. I mean, you could have your own immaculate business, okay? All right, so my father, Randy, he had a brother named Brian, and Brian died of leukemia somehow. Okay, somehow. How did he get leukemia? I don't know. Oh my gosh, I don't know. How did he get leukemia? but he died. But just like Kristen, Mary Beth, Jane, Amy, who else? Who else in my family did I want to achieve? I wanted them to achieve something. I wanted my Uncle Brian to achieve something, and someone else didn't want him to achieve it. So after another flux in time, we developed our adoptive hearts for some reason. Okay? Margaret and Howard decided to, now this is funny, okay, because they didn't need to, you see. They needed to sponsor or let a schoolgirl from Australia live with them from teenage years upward. And her name is Glenda Bench. Okay? That's who she is. She was from Australia. Okay, somehow, you know, there's some mysteries here. And then later Glenda got married to Darwin Farr, and they had children. And one of them is Brian Farr. Brian is Uncle Brian, my dad's brother that died from leukemia, okay? This is who he is. Brian Farr is Uncle Brian in another lifestyle package. That is who he is, okay? So this is when and how the Mormon Church had a business merging. Okay? Glenda was a part of the Holy Family Church. And Margaret, yeah, had daughters, girls, who were part of the Holy Athlete Church. And there was a merging. But Dorothy Ann, Jane, and Kristen have a wicked mother. And it's difficult for them to talk about, okay? They grew up abused. They did. Okay? It's really sad. But they're strong girls. They are. And their names may have changed. See, Dorothy Ann. There's Dorothy Ann, then Mary Jane, and Kristen. Kristen's name changed to Kristen with the Christianization of the Northern Hemisphere. Mary Jane her name became Mary. It's like the mother of, a Christian. Okay, yeah. And Anne is Mary's name. Like if you study the Bible, Jesus' mom is Mary and Mary's mom is Anne. Saint Anne. Saint Anne, grandma. Saint Mary, mom. Jessica, okay? Jessica Christian, okay? Maybe that was her name, okay? Okay. But that's when the Mormon Church had a merging. Why was it hidden with fluxes in time? We're not hiding financial records, are we? I mean, Grandma was burning our money every year, okay? This is what's going on. Okay. I'm going to put it on pause. It was on pause. Okay. All right, so we're going to talk more about these mysteries and what happened. And I would like to bring your attention, I'm going to talk about topography. Here's Australia. We could also draw it over here. Here's where Hawaii would be. Hawaii is like the Little Dipper. See, Alaska is has something to do with the Big Dipper. Hawaii has to do with the Little Dipper. And Easter Island, somewhere over here, has to do with the Powder Puff. Okay? That's our Powder Puff. Puff, 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 puff. Okay, so we can watch the Powder Puff Girl cartoons, and they're very symbolic. Okay? All right, so we notice the Easter Island is over here, and then there's Hawaii, or then there's Hawaii and then Australia. See, and I could draw Hawaii, Easter Island like that. Okay, on to my next video.